If you're serious about football in 2026, do this for 30 minutes daily. Forget about all the combination of drills you have watched throughout your 2025 on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Now listen, I'm going to tell you something most coaches won't admit. The gap between you and the players you watch on Saturday nights isn't talent, it's not genetics, it's not even access to facilities. It's 30 minutes. 30 focused, intentional, uncomfortable minutes that separate the dreamers from the ones who actually make it. And if you give me the next 10 minutes of your time, I'll show you exactly what those 30 minutes need to look like, because what I'm about to share isn't another drill compilation or fitness routine. This is the training protocol that builds the kind of players scouts can't ignore, the kind of footballer who doesn't just participate in games, but controls them. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete daily system that rewires your technique, sharpens your decision-making, and turns your weaknesses into weapons. Let's get into it. The first thing you need to understand is something I call cognitive load manipulation. Sounds complex, right? It's actually beautifully simple. It's the art of training your brain to process multiple game situations simultaneously while your feet execute technical actions automatically. Most players train their feet and their brains separately. They do cone drills with no pressure, then wonder why they freeze in the match when a defender closes them down. Watch Bruno Fernandes at Manchester United. When he receives the ball in midfield, he's already scanned 3 times before it arrives. He knows where the press is coming from, where his outlets are, and which direction to take his first touch, all while the ball is still traveling to him. That's not natural talent. That's trained cognitive capacity under physical load. Here's how you build it. Set up 5 cones in a random pattern about 3 meters apart. You'll need a ball and a wall or rebounder. Now assign each cone a number. Have someone call out numbers randomly while you're doing one-touch passing against the wall. Every time they call a number, you have to glance at that cone, identify its position, then immediately refocus on your touch. Do this for 3 minutes straight. Your brain will hate it at first. That's the point. You're forcing your neural pathways to split attention between technical execution and environmental awareness. Exactly what happens in a real game when you're receiving under pressure. The physical effort is low, but the mental demand is enormous, and that's where the adaptation happens. Your brain builds new connections, new patterns of processing information, while your muscle memory handles the technical side. Remember this, the ball is the easy part. Reading the game while controlling the ball is what makes you elite. Now we move to something I call pressure point finishing. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. You don't miss chances because your technique is bad. You miss because your brain panics when the opportunity appears. Every grassroots player can strike a clean ball when they've got time and space, but put them one-on-one with the keeper after a 60-minute shift, legs burning, crowd screaming, and suddenly that technique disappears. Look at Erling Haaland. People talk about his positioning, his speed, his strength, but watch his face when he's through on goal. Nothing, no emotion, no panic, just cold execution. That's not personality, that's conditioning. He's trained his nervous system to stay calm in high-pressure finishing situations. Here's your drill. Place a ball 12 yards from goal. Now do 10 burpees, fast and intense, until your heart is pounding and your legs are shaking. The moment you finish the 10th burpee, sprint to the ball and finish in one touch. No composure time, no settling, just immediate execution under physical and mental fatigue. Do this 5 times, and I want you to pick your finish before you start the burpees. Top corner, far post, low and hard, whatever it is, commit to it before your heart rate spikes. This trains your brain to make the decision in a calm state, then trust that decision when your body is in chaos. The science here is about emotional regulation and motor pattern retention under sympathetic nervous system activation. When you're tired and stressed, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, the same hormones that flood your system in crucial match moments. By training in this state repeatedly, you teach your motor cortex to override the panic response and execute the pre-planned pattern. Pressure doesn't break patterns. Patterns break pressure. Third element, spatial rotation mastery. This is the skill that makes average players look like they have eyes in the back of their heads. It's not about turning faster or being more agile. It's about understanding body angles and how to manipulate space with minimal movement. Think about Luka Modric. He's not quick, he's not powerful, but watch how he receives the ball in midfield surrounded by 3 opponents and somehow always finds the space to play forward. He opens his body at precise angles that simultaneously protects the ball, show him the next pass, and cut off the defender's pressing lane. It's geometry, not magic. Your drill is this: set up 3 small gates using cones, each 1 meter wide, positioned in a triangle about 5 meters apart. You're in the center with a ball. A partner or wall passes you the ball from different angles unpredictably. Your job is to receive, rotate, and pass through one of the gates with your second touch. But here's the key: before the ball arrives, you must open your body towards the gate you're targeting. Your hips, shoulders, and standing foot all pre-positioned to release the pass. This forces you to decide early, position early, and execute under the constraint of tight space. Do this for 4 minutes, 30-second work intervals, 30-second rest. The biomechanics here are fascinating. When you pre-rotate your hips before receiving, you reduce your decision time by almost half because your body is already loaded in the direction you want to play. Defenders can't read your intention because you're not making a big, obvious turn. You're just flowing from reception to release. Space isn't found, it's created through angles. Now the element most players completely ignore: transition speed conditioning. Everyone trains endurance, everyone trains sprints, but nobody trains the specific energy system that football actually demands. The ability to explode from a jog into a sprint, then back to a jog, then into another sprint, over and over for 90 minutes. Look at N'Golo Kanté before his injuries. He didn't just run a lot, he ran in a very specific way. Constant micro-accelerations, closing space, dropping off, closing again. That's not just fitness, that's a trained energy system. Here's how you replicate it. Mark out a 20-meter channel. You'll do 6 rounds of this: jog 5 meters, explosive sprint 10 meters, immediate deceleration, and jog 5 meters back to start. Rest 20 seconds, repeat. 6 rounds total, and it should take you about 5 minutes, including rest. The key is the explosion from the jog. No gradual buildup, just instant maximum effort. This trains your phosphocreatine system and your ability to recruit fast-twitch muscle fibers repeatedly without full recovery, which is exactly what a box-to-box midfielder or a pressing forward needs. Your body learns to buffer lactate more efficiently, and your neuromuscular system becomes incredibly responsive to urgent demands. The players who dominate games aren't the ones who can run for 90 minutes, they're the ones who can sprint in the 89th minute like it's the first. Final piece: dynamic ball manipulation under fatigue. Technique breaks down when you're tired, right? Wrong. Technique breaks down when you've only trained it fresh. Watch Neymar in the 75th minute still doing elasticos and stepovers while defenders are cramping. That's not superhuman recovery, that's training methodology. He's conditioned his technical actions under severe fatigue so they become automatic. Here's your protocol: 6 minutes, 2-minute 3 rounds with 1 minute rest between. In each round, you're doing continuous ball touches, any combination you want: sole rolls, tic-tacs, inside-outside touches. Keep the ball moving constantly, but every 20 seconds, on a timer or a partner's call, you explode into a 5-meter sprint with the ball at speed, then immediately back to close control touches. The contrast between slow manipulation and explosive movement under accumulating fatigue is what builds resilient technique. By the end of 6 minutes, your legs will be screaming, but your feet need to stay soft, controlled, precise. This is where champions are built. The neurological principle is simple. When you train technical skills under metabolic stress, your brain creates stronger, more fatigue-resistant motor programs. The skill literally becomes harder to forget, harder to lose, even when your body is depleted. Fatigue makes cowards of us all, unless you've trained through it. So let's bring this together. 30 minutes. That's cognitive load manipulation for 3 minutes, pressure point finishing for 5 minutes, spatial rotation mastery for 4 minutes, transition speed conditioning for 5 minutes, dynamic ball manipulation under fatigue for 6 minutes, and you've still got 7 minutes for a proper warm-up and cool-down. This isn't a workout, this is a daily rewiring of how your brain and body operate under football conditions. You're not just getting fitter or more technical, you're becoming a different category of player. But here's the deeper truth, the thing that separates this from just another training routine. Football isn't played in the gym or on the training pitch, it's played in the mind. Everything I've just given you is designed to build one thing: unconscious competence. The ability to execute complex technical and tactical actions without thinking about them, because your conscious mind is 3 steps ahead, reading the game, anticipating movements, creating opportunities that don't exist yet. That's what the elite do. They're not thinking about their touch or their body shape, that's automatic. They're thinking about the space behind the defense, the third man run, the weak side overload.
You get there by making everything else automatic, and you make it automatic through repetition under realistic stress. So here's what happens next. You take this 30-minute protocol and you run it for 30 days straight. No excuses, no days off. 30 consecutive days. Film yourself on day 1 and day 30. I promise you won't recognize the player you're watching. And when you do this, I want you to share your progress. Tag your videos, join the community of grassroots players who are doing the same thing. We've built a Discord where hundreds of grassroots players are sharing their training, asking questions, and holding each other accountable. The link is in the description. We've also created a downloadable PDF version of this entire protocol with video demonstrations and progression charts, completely free, also in the description. But more than that, I want you to take this into your next game. Don't wait until you've perfected it in training. Apply it immediately. Test it, fail, adjust, grow. That's where the real learning happens. The players who make it aren't the most talented, they're the most disciplined. They're the ones who show up every single day and do the work nobody sees. 30 minutes, that's all it takes. The question is, are you serious about this?
Or are you just watching videos? Let's find out.